$20.
They told me. They told me. Oh, they did? Okay. Okay. No, they said you're the VOE next to me. Oh, okay. Everything I said. Congratulations. Welcome to graduation organization. I've been a gown for years. That's okay. I didn't maybe the technical. Oh, I think it's
good. Go over. You know those rain clouds.
How bad would it be if I
Careful, hot mic.
move it
just a little bit, like just like
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Danbury High School graduating class of 2019.
Yeah.
Am I saying this part after?
Let's see if I can. There we go. Welcome. I am Kayla Downs.
I am Megan Kabuyawan. I am Barga Bavsar.
I am Shannon Rose.
And I am Lucio Bellantoni. We are your MCs for tonight's ceremony.
You all sit down. You all sit down. You all sit down. Welcome to Danbury High School and the commencement ceremony for the class of 2019. Due to impending weather concern, the order of events may be different than in your program. Would the senior members of the Madrigals please join their group? At this time, I would ask everyone to turn off their cell phones.
Come on, Dick.
Heart is beating. Should I go? At this time, please stand as we will salute the flag. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Seniors of the band, you may join your group. be seated. Band and madrigals, please be seated.
No, they're going to sing another song. John? One song. One song. Don't worry about it. You're going to go. Band.
I would like to introduce our guests on stage and ask that they stand to be recognized. Mayor Boughton, Board Chair Johnston, present and past members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Pascarella, Assistant Superintendent Walston, and the rest of the members of the Cabinet. The Madrigals will be performing one song for your entertainment.
I bless your lips, I bless your eyes, my blessing goes with you. In the nighttime when you sleep, oh, I bless you while a watch I keep. As you lie in slumber deep, my blessing goes with you.
Would the senior members of the Madrigals return to their respective seats with the graduates, please?
I would now like to introduce Valedictorian Barka Bavsar. Good afternoon, Mayor Boughton, Board of Education Chairperson Johnston, Superintendent Pascarella, members of the Board of Education, Mr. Donovan, class advisors Ms. Tobin and Mr. Samaha, faculty, parents, friends, and members of the class of 2019. When taking a normal 24-hour day into account, similar to today, June 19th, the human race sprouts 1 minute and 17 seconds before midnight. Our entire recorded history would make up no more than mere seconds. Jellyfish, land creatures, mammals, come on, even the dinosaurs precede our race. This really places our lives into perspective. What happens at midnight, you ask? Well, that's the question I don't have the answer to. We do, however, have control over the way we choose to let this time until midnight pass. Now, I do know that time, even with all that is temporary in life, remains a constant force. This is ironic, as the very permanent nature of time passing is what makes it fleeting. What is even funnier is that although time is natural with Earth's rotation, it is also a man-made concept. I ask you to not let it be a waste. Much of my time, as is the case with many of my classmates, is spent poring through hours of YouTube videos, watching TV shows and movies, listening to music. At home, I'm just a normal teenager. You could even put me on a magazine cover representing high schoolers. I'm kidding, you don't want that. As I spend countless hours devoting my time to shows exploring multiple dimensions, videos naming the top 10 beauty or hair products, hey, we don't discriminate, I found a true and lasting passion for foreign cinema. I'm constantly engrossed in watching content in the Spanish, Turkish, Hindi, or Norwegian languages, reminiscent truly of the diversity in the halls of our school. What's even more humorous is that in spite of the endless hours I've spent watching television, I can hardly ever bring myself to finish any of these shows. Yes, that's right, you heard it here, folks. I have commitment issues, with TV, of course. Seated in front of a television, my parents frequently scolded me from a young age that I would ruin my eyesight. Well, that and my intellect. Justifiably, taking their advice into account, I then turned to enrich myself through podcasts. Recently, I was listening to a podcast, and when the topic of life lessons was placed on the table, one of the comments an influencer made genuinely struck me. If you think a kind thought about someone, then it is an unkind deed not to share that kind thought. As far as life lessons go, this is definitely not a cliche. I began to think about how Danbury High School has impacted my life, shaped who I am, shaped who all of you are. I've been exposed to tremendous amounts of diversity at this school, and we have all become individuals who can recognize the need to welcome change. I know how to empathize because of our school and our community, and what can be more valuable than that in a world populated by humans? Truthfully, when I think of what I'll miss the most about DHS, the people with whom I have formed friendships and connections come to mind, whether it be friends, classmates, friends who have become like family, teachers, and staff. I'm not sure I'll miss the content I learned in class too much, but the connections I've made, even with people that I speak to briefly on a daily basis, have impacted my life. This is what makes leaving DHS so difficult. Leaving this zone of comfort comprised of familiar faces since elementary school that I may never get to see again. You've made an impact on my life. Thanks to anyone who laughed at my jokes over these past 4 years. I guess that's a thank you to myself. Who had meaningful conversations with me that lasted for hours past midnight. Who held the door open for me when walking through the school. Who smiled at me in a mass of 100 glaring high schoolers. It truly meant the world to me. Those stares can be extremely vicious. Remember, don't forget to share the friend or thank the friend who shared their carb-saturated snacks with you, even if they didn't want to. I'm definitely not speaking from personal experience as that friend or anything. Or the classmate that allowed you to borrow that pen or pencil that you still haven't returned, and so is it really considered borrowing, you thief? Moving forward, the most precious advice I could offer is to ensure that the impact you make on others' lives is a beneficial and supportive one, filled with warmth and encouragement. Try to tie that into a neat present the next time you hold the door open for someone. Please and thank you. I'm clearly not bitter at all. When I think of this world, or if an alien were to glance at our Earth, since there still may be other worlds out there, the parallel universe theory has yet to be disproved. Sure, politics, money, sports, maybe even food would come to mind. What truly matters, however, are the bonds we make as humans. Speaking from a social evolutionary perspective, the human brain's neocortex is larger than that of any other primate, granting us a greater social capacity. Cooperation and unity has allowed our species to survive, making social interaction both natural and man-made. Buildings, companies, jobs, currencies, the GPA system that allows me to speak to everyone today. All of these items are secondary to the memorable bonds, the memorable people that flash before our eyes before we leave this world, no matter how invincible we teenagers seem to think we are. Realize the importance of human connections and be kind to others. Try to see the honorable and cherished qualities in others. Understand human rationales in order to empathize, because we will always be joined to one another through this connection, whether or not we like it. I've always believed that any event, any moment happens for a reason, whether it be one that is beneficial or detrimental to me. Of course, the hackneyed explanation behind experiencing unfavorable moments would be to make one stronger. Conversely, have you ever thought that a moment that didn't work in your favor could have occurred to work in someone else's? Of course not. We're all just a bunch of self-centered teens who can't realize the world doesn't revolve around us, huh? I'm joking. But we do need to understand that we're not the only people living in this world. And so, caring about others is also an integral component of leading our lives. Practice the idea of balance in your life. Be the Oxford comma. You know the saying, be yourself, everyone else is already taken? I think Oscar Wilde actually meant to say, be the Oxford comma. Punctuation matters. I know that sounds incredibly odd, but just as the Oxford comma balances items in a list, be composed with all that you pursue and let passion drive you. Be the spirited, be the kind, the motivated, supportive person, because now, more than ever, it matters. I'm telling you, you matter. We graduate today. Go out into the world and make change. Take action. Become that adult who is self-reliant. Be the worker who takes initiative. Be the parent who gives their child the amount of love they received or hoped to receive as a child. Be the human that cares about his or her planet and is willing to make simple sacrifices to preserve it. Don't make excuses for yourself. Now, I'm just as terrified and nervous as a lot of you, but as time passes, we humans must stride forward too. When that day reaches midnight, let's ensure that the time we spent was well-deserved and worthwhile. Let the world, and let that alien, see what the Danbury High School class of 2019 can accomplish. I hope to see you all at our class reunion. Thank you.
Next, I would like to introduce Class President Lucio Bellantoni.
I understand the weather has not been very practical for today, but I still figured it's only right we start off with a big round of applause for everybody. So let's get it going. Let's make some noise. Come on. Alrighty. Hello to all. My name is Lucio Pasquale Bellantoni, and I am truly honored to have the privilege of speaking on this glorious day. I would like to use this moment to thank and acknowledge the following individuals: Mayor Bowen, Board of Education Chairperson Johnston, as well as Board of Ed members, Superintendent Pasquarella, and Mr. Donovan. As a result of your hard work and dedication here at DHS, another great class is prepared for success. All of your work goes noticed and is dearly appreciated. Without your efforts, none of this would have been possible. For those of you in the crowd, I was in your place 2 years ago at my sister's graduation. I remember just how long it was, so I'm going to do my best to keep this short and sweet. Therefore, another very big thank you to all the family and friends who are here with us today. Thank you. Appreciate it. Even though it's raining, you're still here, so way to be. Our parents and caregivers are the ones who carried us through school. The support you provided for us is what allowed us to grow. These individuals were our anchor, yet now the time has come for us to enter the world on our own. I am confident this class will continue to strive forward and prosper through life. The best of luck to each and every one of you moving forward. I encourage you all to learn as much as you possibly can, because as a great Warren Buffett once said, knowledge is like compound interest. If you are not learning something new every day, then I'm sorry to say, but precious time is being wasted. I heard from a very wise man that wealth is in the mind. So indulge in new books and read for the benefit of yourself. Do not set limits on the life you live. Consistently expand your horizons and explore ideas. I encourage you to lose the fear you have of trying new things. Make sure to travel when you get the chance also, but immerse yourself respectfully in new culture. I genuinely wish you all good health and happiness throughout life. I am very proud to say that I graduated from Danbury High. I love this school because of all the great memories we were able to make here. Although it pains me to say I'll never be able to hoot and holler in these stands anymore or take the trip down to Bagel Man, it's been a hell of a ride. When moving forward, make sure to put your best effort forth regardless of the work you do. Although the circumstances will be out of your control in the real world, you can't control the attitude you have about them. So consider wisely how you plan to carry yourself, as it is a reflection of your character. The renowned business author Napoleon Hill once stated, "A person who does more than they are paid for will soon be paid for more than they do." Therefore, work with the expectation of building bridges rather than burning them. Hard work will always be recognized and respected more than a shoddy job. Soon enough, we do realize just how small this world is and just how important relationships can be. Do not place your focus on acquiring materialistic wealth until you have found a strong moral compass. And remember to always continue to expand your circles as opportunities lay in the connections we make. Stay motivated on the path to success. The finer things in life will follow, but only after you define yourself. Except even after you reach the triumphs in life, make sure to always remember your roots. No one does anything alone, so pay thanks along the way where it is due. Treat everyone you meet with the respect they deserve and remain humble in your encounters. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the best of luck. Congratulations, 2019. Thank you.
Now I would like to introduce our first student speaker, Katerina Silva.
I would first like to take the time to thank Mayor Bowen and your Twitter updates, the Board of Education Chairperson Johnston, Superintendent Pasquarella, members of the Board of Education, Mr. Donovan, faculty, parents, friends, and members of the class of 2019. To start the speech, I Googled how to write the perfect graduation speech. But you had to pay to read the full examples, and I felt that that was money that was taking away from my pending college debt. So I decided that it wasn't worth it. So instead, I thought I'd start with a memory. When I was 11 years old, I stood up in front of my 5th grade graduation class, where I gave a speech emphasizing the importance of perseverance. I can recall the day vividly. I was dressed in all blue with my hair in shambles. I rushed my words, speeding through my speech, and had a face red with embarrassment. Today, I hope I've composed myself over the last 8 years to manage to brush my hair and to speak at a normal rate, but to also relay to you the message I tried so hard to tell my peers back then. Thinking back, 11-year-old me had stated, Keep trying until you get it right. I recalled saying that because a teacher who believed in me and my classmates had always ensured that we never gave up. Granted, that teacher who encouraged us always kept on trying to keep us from talking so much because we were an extremely gregarious group. However, to me, that phrase is probably one of the most important things anyone back then or even today could ever take away from this trudging, extremely painful 2 minutes of my life. But why? Most of us have heard that working hard is what makes us successful and gives us the opportunity to achieve our goals. Yet, has anyone ever told you what motivation and working hard really mean? Most likely not. The key to an individual working assiduously is different for every single person. Hear me out. We are each like a book. Some of us are more fiction than others, and others are more like a picture book. But we all share one thing in common. We're different. Believe it or not, the common thread of this building is get it right. Every day we come to school, we take chances, we fail tests or we ace them, and we rework problems. I am beyond grateful that here at Danbury High School, there is not one person that is the same as the other. We are beyond lucky to be in a school where all 230 teachers dedicate their lives to guiding us, where it is okay if we are not perfect, and where our individual accomplishments are celebrated. For instance, I have spent all 4 years trying to get it right, whether it's in my chemistry lab or AP Bio class, on the soccer field, or in the swimming pool. As a matter of fact, so have all of you. I'm proud of my talented theater friends who crushed Godspell, or the robotics and band kids who spend long nights here on school grounds prepping for their competition. All of our sports teams, win or lose, every single day on and off the field, you work for the sport you love. Every single one of us at Danbury High School, the audience gathered here today, and in the world has our own story that, as a matter of fact, we are still writing at this very moment. Each of our stories is what drives us to continue to work hard towards our personal goal. Not what is expected of us or desired, but what we know will benefit ourselves to become successful in the future. But we can't be afraid to get things wrong or to make mistakes, because our failures will lead to our successes. As a community at Danbury High School, we support one another, learning and growing together. Now that sparks the question, what does success truly mean to you? Is it making a 6-digit salary? Is it volunteering to help others? Or is it traveling the world? The moment you realize what success means to you is the moment your hard work has truly shaped you. Now, this may not all entirely make sense. Trust me, this whole speech was inspired while I was stacking peanut containers at my job. And for those of you who know me, I work at Stu's. Anyways, you are open to take all of my words with a grain of salt. However, I know my success thus far in life is defined by the discipline and regiment I forced upon myself. And if you feel that way, great. And if you don't, it is still okay. We are all at different points in our lives right now. Right now, literally, we are bonded together because we're graduating, because we're Danbury High School, and we're one community. But once we pass through those gates today, we are no longer we. We becomes I, because now you get to go out and explore who you are. With that, I hope that everyone, those in the stadium or napping in the grass, takes away this one message. Keep trying until you get it right. Because what defines you is what you do when no one is praising or watching you. With my time coming to an end, I want to wish you all truly the best of luck. I strongly believe that every single one of you will succeed in life if you always remember to get on and keep trying to do it right. Go on and start writing the next chapter of your life. Take what Danbury High School has instilled with you and seek your success in the world. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce our second student speaker, Ashley Corey.
Good afternoon. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ashley Corey, and only a handful of years ago, I, as well as 600 other individuals, walked into this school on our first day of freshman year. We were just starting our high school careers, and while some of us knew how we were going to leave our mark on the brick walls of Danbury High School, via Sharpie on the bathroom walls, or popularity, many of us still had 4 long years to look forward to. And now, here we stand, or sit rather, ready to embark on a journey that we've planned for our whole lives. Years ago, my most cherished friend and my teacher once said to me, "Your life so far is like planting a flower, and now you're just watering it and waiting for it to bloom." At first, I thought she was talking about my grades and all that other stuff that goes in right one ear and out the other, but now as I stand up here and I look out at a sea of blue gowns and excited families, I think I finally understand what she was trying to tell me. We'll start with the roots of this metaphorical flower. Elementary school. Yes, elementary school, the home of arts and crafts, snack time, basic math. The good old days when all you had to care about was securing that sweet, sweet spot on the swing set during recess. This is where you start becoming your own person, molding your own worldviews. In kindergarten, you meet your first big milestone, your first best friend. Someone who is with you step by step to figure out the perfect way to steal cookies off the kitchen counter without being caught by your parents. Or how to create the most beautiful finger paint masterpiece that might have ended up all over mom's new carpet, but who cares as long as someone put it up on the fridge. The lessons and the morals that we learned in elementary school are rooted within us. Sharing is caring. Remember your please and thank yous. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. These unofficial laws of life that we have learned upwards of 12 years ago makes us the high school graduates that we are today. The high school graduates that are going off to college, starting their own businesses, traveling the world, joining the military, or just taking a break to figure out whether they're going to take a left or a right at the fork in the road that they're at right now. We're all just building off of the skills that we were taught when we were children. The next part of this biology lesson is the stem and the leaves. They represent our middle school years. Yes, middle school, you know, that time when everyone thought that it was super cool to cover their folders and stickers and Sharpie art and draw those weird S graffiti things on the bathroom stalls. Our middle school years, no matter how traumatic, are the backbone of our personalities. Everything we are today is credited to how we presented ourselves 7-ish years ago. And quite honestly, I think we must have done pretty good because here we are, just a couple of hours from getting our diplomas, walking out of this building for the last time as students at Danbury High School. Now, I'm not going to dwell on middle school because we all know how rough those 3 years were for all of us, but I just can't stress enough how important it is that we give our past selves some credit. Which brings us to our flower, our blooming bud, high school. With clubs ranging from Black Lives Matter all the way to the Gay Straight Alliance, down to robotics, word warriors, we are teeming with diversity. Everybody has a place within these walls. As an underclassman, I found the crowded hallways and the bathrooms to be a hassle. Like, seriously, is it that hard to get from one end of D3 to the other without stopping every 6 seconds? But now I look at the crowds and I'm proud that we as a school, as a community, have been able to educate and mold these teenagers into the generation that will change the world. These last 4 glorious, mostly stressful years that either taught you everything you need to know about writing an essay in MLA format, the Pythagorean theorem, you know, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, or even how to find the D5 swimming pool. You are your own person, and this milestone proves that. Despite any struggles or bumps in the road that you've encountered, you are ready for the rest of your life. And I'd like to bring forth a thanks to Mayor Boughton, Board of Education Chairperson Johnston, Superintendent Dr. Sal Pascarella, members of the Board of Education, Principal Donovan, DHS faculty and staff, parents, graduates, all of you for watering the garden that is now blooming with talent and potential. It is time for us to grow up and plant our own gardens, make a change for the better, and start our lives as the Danbury High School graduating class of 2019.
I would now like to introduce Mayor Boughton.
Dr. Pascarella, Chairman Johnson, staff, distinguished graduates, I had a big speech. But one thing I'm going to tell you is this city is so proud of you. You're absolutely amazing. Now let's get your diplomas. God bless you and God bless America.
And now I would like to introduce Board President Johnston.
See that? He doesn't get up there. Thank you. This is what it's all about. Looking at you guys made it all worthwhile for being here, and I have a not quite as short a speech as that, but very close. So, congratulations to the class of 2019. On behalf of myself and the Danbury Board of Education, we'd like to wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Good luck. Please be safe. God bless all of you, and enjoy the rest of your lives.
Now I would like to introduce the one and only Principal Donovan.
Yeah, I gotta go up a little bit in that one. Ooh, that's too far. Sorry if this seems a little choppy. I cut a bunch out so we can get going here. Good evening, Mayor Mark, Dr. Sal, distinguished guests, DHS staff, family, and most importantly, the class of 2019. It is with great pleasure that I stand here today speaking on behalf of the staff at DHS. When I was contemplating what to talk about, several things popped in my head immediately. The outstanding musicals, the performances in the Black Box, a performance of the Laramie Project that, as my people that were there know, left me speechless after it. Let's forget about that, okay? It could have been the 6 FCAC championships, 5 state class champions, and 1 New England class championship. That was one. But what stood out most and was more important than all of that was the idea of this class just works hard. One example is the class of 2019 is graduating with the most credits earned by any class at DHS. But instead of spouting some quotes about hard work and commitment, I decided to do a little demonstration. But before that, I got to give you an explanation about the carnations that are on your seats. Those graduation carnations are a gift from me to you. It's a little different kind of gift because you can't hold on to it. It's a gift that must be given to someone else, someone who inspired you, someone who helped you, or someone who believed in you, or just someone you want to say thank you to. You have to give that carnation away. My carnation this year goes to a new friend of mine I met this winter. I'm going to tell you her story, an example of her fortitude, hard work, and dreams. Coming across the field to my right is my friend Joan. Billy is my friend Joan. Joan went to Danbury High School and she was supposed to graduate with the class of 1954. But 3 months prior to graduation, she felt she had to quit high school to take on a full-time job to support her family. One thing she promised her mother is that at that time is that she would earn her equivalency diploma. Fast forward 65 years later, and Joan decided to fulfill that promise. With the help from a friend, Chris, Wait. All right, hold on a second. I got to finish telling you a story. With the help from a friend, Joan took and passed all 4 of her exams with a 70 or better. 65 years after sitting in DHS class, Joan fulfilled a promise to her mother, a lifelong dream to receive her diploma. And if that doesn't show you, all of you, that it's never late to improve oneself, I don't know what does. This type of resiliency, hard work, and dedication will take you far in life. At this time, I would now like to invite my friend Joan to walk across the same stage as you and receive her diploma case from Mayor Mark Boughton. Graduate Joan Bruce Kaiser. All right, people. Sit down. Joan, are you going to speak? Okay. Is she going to speak? I would invite at this time my friend Joan, who'd just like to say a few words to the graduates. Joan? Don't say, oh Jesus, into the mic.
Yeah, don't say that in the mic. You'll say something.
Ladies and gentlemen and students, I can't thank you enough for this attention. I'm very proud to be here. Also, I'd like to say, if you have a dream, go for it. If you have... Even if you have detours, just remember one thing, a dream worth having is the dream to work for. Stay in school. Thank you. That's it. No,
thank you, Joe.
huh?
All set.
Yes, I
Thank
am.
you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
One last round of applause for my friend Joan, please. To the class of 2019, I love you guys. Take care of yourselves and go make us proud.
Would the honor guard please post?
Everything.
Should I say it now? Okay.
Call the class off. Janet, come back up. Say the class officers come back.
Okay. Can the class officers please come back up to the stage?
Lucio, over there. Over there. You can.
Okay. And now, the moment we have been waiting for and worked so hard for, the presentation of diplomas.
Doesn't he? Do you have your card? Your little card. Do you have your card? Okay. Lucio Pasquale Bellantoni.
Shannon Rose.
Kayla Ray Downs.
Barka Bafsar.
Megan Rose Kabayaban.
Katarina Silva.
Ashley Marie Corey. Woo! Can I get a woo, Mr. Samaha?
Woo.
Can I get a woo woo? All right, all right.
Alicia.
Okay, thank you. Alicia Nagershev.
Gabrielle Livia Dostilio.
That's perfect. Joanna Wenchel.
Musa David Masood.
Jose Acero.
Naomi Martinez.
Dylan Stephen Achilles.
Joel Martinez. Joel.
Gabriela Marie Acta.
Jeffrey Orlando Martinez.
Luis Alberto Adames.
Dayanara Martinez.
Christopher Allen Adamski.
Andrew Martinez.
Denise Crystal Aguilar.
Nicholas Eladio Marrero.
Shannon Ahern.
Dennis Michael Marrero.
Nora Rose Ahern.
Angelou Marquez.
Ramiza Ahmed.
Chris Marmolejos.
Layla Gassan Alami.
Alexandria Markovitz.
Nancy Aldana.
Gino Paul Marin Estudio.
Jamie Joy Angelique Alfonso.
Devendra Mangalam.
Damian Arcides Almeida.
Josnell Caleb Maitland.
Sabrina Lee Almeida.
Luis Isael Maicincho.
Susanna Lee Almeida.
Aaron Brady Maida.
Stella Almeida.
Kylie Elizabeth Mador.
Angel David Almonte.
Jordan Mattis.
Renee Almonte.
Genesis Macau Sumba.
Rosalind Almonte.
Yasmin Macancella.
Tania Paula Altamirano Carrillo.
Andy Macancella.
Denise Marcy Alvarez.
Alexander Luna.
Juliana Carmen Alvarez.
James Lawrence Lukasik.
Stephen Leonel Alvarez.
Kaylee Hayi Luck.
Crystal Mary Alvarez Caban.
Alyssa Mary Mundia.
Christopher Flavio Alvarez.
Eileen Mojica.
Brennan Amalfitano.
Bené Naomi Moffett.
Lucas Lee Amaral.
Vincent Miyazato.
Joshua Anchero.
Michaela Miranda.
Kevin Andrade.
Nicholas Xavier Mercado.
Victor D. Andrade.
Jennifer Hilger Meneses.
Angel Andrade.
Ivan Jr. Meneses.
Kimaya Marisol Andrews.
Lauren Carla Mendoza.
Yuritsa Rafaelina Aquino.
Christian Alejandro Mendoza.
Miriam Sarah Arajo.
Eric Patricio Mendez Castro.
Chris Arcos.
Emily Lozada Mendez.
Sebastian Areola.
Lauren Julia Melody.
Melissa Pamela Artiega Bahamonde.
Maria Celeste Mejia Zepeda.
Natalie Attic.
Gracie Andrea Mejia.
Jason Alejandro Auque.
Humaira Mim.
Jonathan Osvaldo Ayala.
Rodrigo Medina Garcia.
Nathaniel Azier.
Jose Miguel Medina.
Sarah Azarito.
Brianna Medina.
Stephen Balbuca.
Alyssa Marie Medina.
Rashida Ben.
Angelina Norkowski.
Ashley Evelyn Bosley.
Juden Newland.
Camden Joseph Bath.
Alexander Holt Newbold.
Billy Beaver.
Edgar Silva Neto.
Alexander Otodla Beku.
Jennifer Jasmine Nalagari.
Rebecca Benedetti.
Linda Perla Munoz.
Nayeli Benitez.
Nicole Estefania Moscoso.
Colin Bennett.
Jennifer Talia Murillo Peñaranda.
Kyle Benjamin Berger.
Mark Matthew Moscoso.
Alexis Laredo Bernal.
Kyle William Morrissey.
Jesus Bernal.
Annabella Rosa Morel.
Martine Bernard.
Diego Sebastian Morquecho.
Daje Denise Best.
Amaris Mary Morocho Sanchez.
Pollock Bavsar.
Jonathan Moreno.
Priya Bavsar.
Joan Morel Diaz.
Brian Anthony Beto.
Rafael Morera Filho.
Emily Grace Bogus.
Tommy Stanley Morales.
Gabriel A. Bonfim.
Anderson Bernabe Morales.
Damian Boney.
Riley Campos Moore.
Kevin Abansu.
Lauren Moore.
Wesley Elias Booz.
Keon Augustus Moore.
Joseph Borges. Sebastian Brito Ordonez.
Demaya Leanne Moore.
Joel Botello.
Franklin Oswaldo Montes de Oca.
Azaria Rosa Bowden.
Wilmer Omar Montero.
Joshua Ray Errol Bowen.
Jalen McFall.
Andrew Michael Boylan.
Yamil Paredes.
Luke Braca.
Anne Guadalupe Palomino.
Xavier Bryan.
Leonardo Emmanuel Ortega.
Denali Burton.
Benjamin Polardi.
Destiny Bianca Cabello.
Christopher Palacio.
Nancy Veronica Cabrera.
Daniel Pagan.
Jeffrey Jose Cabrera.
Ethan Jr. Ozaria.
Jason Alexander Caceres.
Katia Osornio Remigio.
Allison Estefania Kajeka.
Alexander Grant Payne.
Ryan Caldwell.
Montez Osby.
Daniel Camacho.
Jordy Jair Oriana.
Michael Robert Campisi.
George Ordonez.
Angelina Julie Campos.
Roini Alexandra Perez Raqua.
Gabriel Pereira Campos.
Taina Oliveira.
Nayeli Sule Campoverde.
Michelle Miranda Oliveira.
Viviana Campoverde.
Leticia Oliveira.
Courtney Marie Capozzi.
Isadora Ferreira Oliveira.
Molly Elizabeth Carboni.
Anton Oleshko.
Juliana Nicole Cardenas.
Camilla Virginia Ochoa.
Kaylee Estefany Cardenas.
Thais Nunez.
Miguel Antonio Morasi Cardozo.
Raquelme Nicole Nunez.
Jalen Carter.
Natalie Nunez.
Robert Jacob Carter.
Madeline Alta Garcia Nunez.
Shamar Carter.
Ivan Alexander Nunez.
Maria Fernanda Carvalho.
Gabriel Eduardo Nunez.
Juan J. Casanova.
Jonathan William Pizantes.
Kelsey Elizabeth Castagni.
Ryan William Peralt.
Joshua Castagni.
Tamara Florencia Perez.
Yuritza Ariana Castillo.
Justin Edward Perez.
Haiti Castro Hernandez.
Diana Perez.
Jordan Cefaloni.
Alyssa Nicole Perez.
Armani Andres Senatiempo.
Gabriele Fernandez Pereira.
AJ Ceylon.
Jessica Christina Pereira.
Damla Hul Ceylon.
Benjamin Pereira.
Nevaeh Mai Chansuk.
Halen Clarita Peralta.
Micah Chen.
Myra Isabel Panaranda.
Celia Chicazia.
Jefferson Alejandro Penaranda.
Shreya Chintuk.
Elisa Gabriela Penaranda.
Alan Sela Chun.
Lillian Narvaez.
Darius Carlos Cintron.
David Pena.
Skylar Cobb.
Jessica Pauta.
Colin Coe.
Veni Patel.
Journey Coker.
Shivam Vipul Patel.
Jenna Nicole Kolodarsi.
Mega R. Patel.
Jamie Jose Cordova.
Janvi C. Patel.
Brian A. Coronado.
Ayush Jayeshkumar Patel.
Eric Demisiano D'Souza Costa.
Harrison Kelly Partenio.
Laura Lee Berthan Codius.
Caitlin Farah.
Olivia Bryn Carter.
Nicole Cecilia Parmelli.
Daniel J. Cutino.
Olivia Paris.
Ginger Stefania Crespo.
Lisha Baratakumar Rana.
Gabriela Elizabeth Criollo.
Lais Ramos.
Catherine Michelle Criollo Carrion.
Chase R.A.M. Rafael Ramos.
Elizabeth Croxford.
Limbert Ramirez.
Brendan David Cubberly.
Lourdes Cecilia Ordonez.
Marco Alberto Culce Laszlo.
Mercy Ramirez.
Alyssa Nicole Custodio.
Myra Ramirez.
Angelina Serena Custodio.
Henry Luis Ramirez.
Joseph Sear.
Abdul Rahman.
Jordan Christine Zapp.
Ragu? Yes. Ariana Vina Ragu.
Tyler Dockenhausen.
Shannon Marie Quinn.
Brandon D'Amato.
Sabrina Kilambaki.
Marika Devatiani.
Tyler Quesada.
Camille DeBonis.
Genesis Nicole Quesada.
Rebecca Rios de Castro.
Lauren Julia Padelka.
Johan Adonis de Jesus Nunez.
Kylie Ann Pruneau.
Brandon Michael Delaney.
Natalie Jane Pravisa.
Anthony DeLuca.
Jack Gregory Pompeya.
LeVar Tariq Demps.
Jonathan Lewis Padlaja.
Carlene Carvalho de Oliveira.
Raymond Anthony Pinto.
Nathani de Oliveira.
Damian Ramon Pina.
Alex Oliveira de Souza.
Diana Lisbeth Pilcorema.
Andy Cordova.
Nicholas Vincent Petrofessa.
Ashley de Souza.
Polo Jr. Panchamroon.
Tiago Munez de Souza.
Andrew Philbin.
Daniel Furtado de Souza.
Tiara Pina Contreras.
Maria Rita Rodriguez de Souza.
Hayden Pham.
Vikram Singh Dhaliwal.
Madison Luis Reed.
Jacqueline Diaz.
Michael Jerry Rainier.
Carlos Jonathan Diaz Rosado.
Yash Paresh Rana.
Alana Lynn DeChoco.
Vanessa Reed.
Yandra Maria Delone.
Jocelyn Reynoso.
Jack Dingerson.
Yadira Reynoso.
Holly Din Sang.
Kira May Reisert.
Carly DePisa.
Oh, shit, we're up.
Kevin Ramachi.
I'm going to keep my list for
Haley Lynn Ditcher.
Mayeli Elizabeth Ramachi.
Yeah, Mayeli.
Hazen Willa Dixon.
Mike Ramachi.
Leah Dolan.
Conjida.
Jessica Canjida Resendez.
Mateus Christopher Dos Reis.
Stacy Reynoso.
Tiago Vera Dos Reis.
Melanie Rivas.
Gabriel.
Christian Rivera.
Gabriel Dos Santos.
Melanie Rivera.
Gabriela Dos Santos.
Sophia Lynn Risk.
Stephanie Dos Santos.
Ian Christopher Robinson.
Logan Domingo.
Kayla Robinson.
Nathan Andrew D'Souza.
Denise Rodes.
Riley Catherine DeHamel.
Adrian Francisco Rodriguez.
Michael Duran.
Ashley Marie Rodriguez.
Brandon De Niro Edwards.
Jared Chaz Rodriguez.
Eric Encarnacion.
Jasmeli Rodriguez.
Joshua Espinal.
Karina Rodriguez.
Eulady Espinal.
Luis Alberto Rodriguez.
Kyle Estanquero.
Pamela Del Carmen Rodriguez.
Jackson Fagan.
Sabrina Rodriguez.
Shay Fossbender.
Carlos Miguel Rodriguez Rivera.
Angelina Fajardo.
Haley Lynn Rogers.
Katie Fajardo.
Billy Alexander Rojas.
Gwyneth Ong Ferrales.
Laura Rojas.
Imran Farouk.
Iber Fernando Romero.
Daniel Fernandez.
Colleen Ingrid Rondael.
Kyle Fields.
Trevor Christopher Ruse.
Justin Figueredo.
Isaac Daniel Roper.
Luis Flores.
Catherine Cavalcante Roriz.
Letitia Fonseca.
Jeremy Rosa.
Corey Thomas Foote.
Jalen Antoine Rosado.
Marco Frascone.
Vianney Montserrat Rosano.
Genesis Freitas.
Charlie Rosario.
Ona Ann Fury.
Dariana Rosario.
John Gabriel.
Rudy Rosario.
Nicole Gagne.
Josuan Esteban Taveras.
Byron Renee Galarza.
Tiana Ross.
Jacob Garcia.
Kaya Rothrock.
Jerry Donovan Galarza.
Emily Elizabeth Rockowitz.
Samantha Marie Galbraith.
Priyanka Shirley Roy.
Jade Ray Gambino.
Fernanda Nicole Ruiz.
Evalisa Garcia.
Matthew Joseph Sabine.
Vanessa Garcia.
Adriana Karina Salazar.
Alana Nicole Janau.
Hugo Salazar Diestra.
Amanda Lynn Gentile.
Nancy Salinas.
Angelina Jolie Gentile.
Daisy Gabriela Salinas Jara.
Benjamin George.
Juan Pablo Salinas Tapia.
Lauren Elizabeth Gurna.
John Stephen Samaniego.
Malcolm William Going.
Alex Sanchez.
Nicholas Gomes.
Francis Sanchez.
Natalia Isabel Gomez.
Ishmael Santana.
Christopher Joncel Gonzalez.
Marlos Santana.
Jarek Gonzalez.
Santiago Santana.
Andrea Gonzalez Mendoza.
Elian Renee Santiago.
Nathan David Gottwalls.
Adam Saif Selsharhan.
Pablo Goulart.
Davis Sakisela.
Peyton Alicia Grant.
Alyssa Scapitici.
Malaysia Green.
Ashley Margarita Schlemmer.
Sarah Maisie Green.
Jennifer Dory Schneider.
Zachary Green.
Philip Carl Schultz.
Kristen Greavy.
Elijah Scott.
Brittany Guauchun.
Natalie Angela Sapio.
Blanca Guaman.
Nigeli Sepulveda.
Jennifer Guaman.
Sigal Shankar.
Luis Fernando Guerra.
Sanjana Shriram.
Logan Gustems.
Devansh Shukla.
Jasmine Kelly Gutierrez.
Jason Patrick Szynski.
Keila Gutierrez.
Lori Sigua.
Andres Guzman.
Maria Gabriele Fiore Silva.
Elizabeth Haddon.
Vanessa Silva.
Jack Bryant Hall.
Melanie Sin.
Cameron Marie Hancock.
Victor Taveras Sequeira.
Nikeem Hawkins.
Jake William Smalls.
Taylor Robert Hetty.
Aaron Marie Catherine Smith.
Connor Edward Heffron.
Justin Michael Solomine.
Jolene Elizabeth Heffron.
Justin Philip Solipa.
Abigail Hayden.
Anastasia Solovieva.
Lily Ann Hennig.
Sarah Karimi Soriano.
Timothy Gerard Henry.
Iselsa Soriana Paulino.
Gary Herman.
Jack Nolan Sorrentino.
Javon Julian Hernandez.
Nicholas Supe.
Arsenio Joshua Herrera.
Emily Natalie Sousa.
Dante Jarrell Haliger.
Kyle Anthony Stanzione.
Theodore Alfred Hodgson.
Michelle Ann Imari Sterling.
Keldon Micah Hodge.
Chanel Tache Stewart.
Sierra Holder.
St. Jean. Joshua St. Jean.
Cassidy Holmes.
Troy Anthony Stock.
Teresa Grace Hood.
Frank Straza.
Justin Joseph Hope.
Andrew Joseph Stefano.
Asia D. Hopkins.
Cassandra Lynn Sturdivant.
Ronald Alteric Hopkins.
Patrick Alexander Susko.
Nathaniel Edward Hornick.
Tijani Swaby.
Maggie Nan Lynn Robsock.
Christina Marie Cirilla.
Arturo Palma Huerta.
Artasia Taft.
Gabriel Walter Iasello.
Kaylee Taveras.
Lauren Ifkovitz.
Olivia Taylor.
Jocelyn Carolina Alescas.
Erica Tenesaka.
Madison Grace Iomazo.
Jessica Alexandra Tenesaka.
Christian Cato Irizarry.
Crystal Elise Ben.
Daniel Sergey Isabel.
Daquan Thomas.
Aurora Ismaili.
Malik Thomas.
Tylin Marie Elaine If.
Madeline Joyce Thompson.
Tiffany Marie Izzo.
Sylvanus Thompson.
Alexia Cecilia Jacobs.
Justin Toom.
Alana Regina Josephine Jacobs.
Madison Tibbetts.
Augusta J. Cox.
Kayla Shade Tolliver Van Wright.
Liam Jacobson.
Christina Tomaselli.
Malaman Jallo.
Jaslyn Sky Torres.
Marsan Asaya James.
Hannah Anne-Marie Tucci.
Daniel Hora.
Nak Trin.
Niraja Jayesh.
Alyssa Marie Turner.
Monica Renee Jefferson.
Valentina Valencia.
Amanda Elisa Jimenez.
Andrew Christian Valenti.
Elioni Jimenez.
Kevin Andres Vallejo.
Juan Miguel Jimenez.
Michelle Julissa Vallejo.
Marcielis Jimenez.
Andrew Valverde.
Fiona Joden.
Alex Alfredo Vargas.
Kaike P.B. Jorge.
Lucas Vasconcelos.
Tony Alexandria Maureen Joseph.
Harold Fernando Vasquez.
Kiara Wingyun Kaltschny.
Ray Vasquez.
Zane Syed Cameron.
Aileen Amira Vega.
Shaquana Jada Kelly.
Nicholas Felipe Veloso.
Kinas Quoron Council.
Priscilla Veras.
Daniel Thomas Leone.
Gabriel Vieira.
Derek Cambisse.
Manuel Villasis.
Ilani Tavia Kokamani.
Daniel Angel Villalona.
Ashley Nell Kovacs.
Tyler James Vittorini.
Brian Manuel Laboy.
Jennifer Lizeth Vizco.
Jacob Laham.
Kimberly Vizco.
Raul Lahara Robles.
Marissa Christine Volpe.
Franklin Patricio Lalve.
David Wang.
Rock Edens Lamore.
Desiree Shanice Warren.
Kira Jolie Lane.
Julian Matthew Weed.
Grace Lang.
Richard Weckerly.
Cassandra Jane Lanson.
Myclasia Unique Whitaker.
Benjamin LeBlanc.
Chelsea Wilhelmson.
Kevin Orlando Lemus.
Matthew John Williams.
Hannah Leonardo.
Alexandria Page Wilson.
Valerie Alves Lima.
Demetrius Carlisle Wiltshire III.
Marcelo Raul Diaz.
David Yehoshua.
Thomas Connor Lynn.
Susanna Upangi.
Joey Link.
Nayeli Liliana Sagnai.
Joseph Liriano.
Vasilisa Zagarskaya.
Jack Liguizaka.
Stephen Zhang.
Brian Christopher Lohano.
Eileen Zhuang.
Danny Loja Paltine.
Kaiki Zelinsky.
Flavi Stephanie Lopez.
Isabella Luna Zimmer.
Joshua E. Lopez.
Brian Joseph.
Leonardo Souza Lima.
Emily Grace Vertudis.
Cassidy Dos Santos Lopez.
Adriana Marilu Zumba.
Rochelle Lopez.
Avian Alexis Ricketts.
Andrea Lopez.
Ryan Martin Dorr.
Malachi Lurick.
Ariana Dos Santos.
Cameron Lucas.
Luzalisa Mejia.
Matthew Vucci Luck.
Brianna Gaynor.
We'd now like to welcome Dr. Sal Pascarella to say a few words on behalf of the graduates.
I wish you well on behalf of the Board of Education and by the power invested in me by the state of Connecticut and by Mr. Donovan certifying that you've met or exceeded the requirements needed for a diploma from Danbury High School. I pronounce you graduates of Danbury High School.
Congratulations, please.
Please take your tassels and move them from the right side of your cap to the left.
Tango. I feel like the FBI's up.
Can you get it? You're going to take it off the mat and put it in the bag?
Stop.